Hello, welcome back to Rome Total War. In the last part we took the city of Athens. We've left it pretty empty, but we're going to recruit some peasants to keep them slightly happier for the next turn or two. And we've kind of gone on a bit of a blitz against the Thracians. We're kind of progressing very rapidly to the north, and we're currently besieging Larissa, which is pretty weakly defended, and we can probably besiege it next turn. In terms of the strategy for the campaign overall, there is quite an interesting thing that I have worked out. Well, not really worked out, more like followed someone else's advice. It turns out that as the Scipii, if you want to trigger the civil war, you only need 25 settlements. You need 25 happy settlements. You need 25 settlements where they don't have a damaged governor's villa or imperial palace or anything like that. If you fulfill that condition, you actually gain the ability to betray the other Roman factions. And you may remember that right back at the start of the playthrough, however long ago that was, I did say that I intended to kick off the civil war pretty much as soon as I could. That doesn't literally mean that I will go to war with the fellow Romans as soon as I hit 25 settlements, but it does mean that I'm going to start preparing to actually go to the civil war a little bit sooner than I expected. You may recall that I was talking about possibly going for the low-hanging fruit of attacking Pontus and taking Halicarnassus in particular, but also just going for a general war against them, and I was kind of weighing that up against going to war with Egypt. As it turns out, I don't think we need to do either, at least not yet. I think we can actually fight the Romans before we do that, because we need 4 more settlements. We will probably get Carthago Nova. I could potentially go after Numidia, and I also wanted to go for the Spanish town to the north, although I'm slightly worried about this Julii army, which is ominously headed in that direction and could potentially take it before we get the chance. But that's still going to be maybe possibly 2 extra settlements, and then we've got the units over in Rhodes, which I was going to sail to the north to take on Byzantium, and Thrace's capital. We might get to it before the Brutii do, probably not though, but we can probably take at least 1 more settlement from Thrace if we have to, and it's a little bit risky, but we could also take Numidia's last town if we desperately needed some kind of excuse to kick off the civil war. So, in other words, I think our next big opponent is not going to be either Egypt or Pontus, it's going to be the Romans, and we need to start preparing for that. One thing we do need to do though is we need to actually get a little bit of money back. I did kind of go on a bit of a spending spree in the last part, and fortunately it was the wrong choice because, well, not the wrong choice, but there's more we need to do. We need to recruit specifically a bireme over here in Cirta so that we can sail it to the west and blockade the port at Carthago Nova. That's our current quest from the Senate, and that will reward us with some kind of exotic unit, whatever that means. We'll see what comes out. And then another thing we're going to do is we're going to not recruit the Praetorian cohort because he's just too expensive. We're going to instead go for the Legionary cohort, which is a really good unit, 22 defense versus 23 defense, and then only 10 attack, but still pretty nice sturdy unit. And then with the 100 denarii we have left in the bank, we are able to recruit some peasants over in Corduba, and I'm hoping that soon we might finally be able to actually leave the town, as still doesn't look like that's going to be the case. I don't think the spy is doing anything. Yeah, they're really not too happy. 70%, I don't think they'll rebel at that level, or riot I should say, but yeah, we can't really leave the town. We're kind of stuck. It's pretty annoying. Still, at some point we will, and hopefully then we will be able to take at least 1 more settlement. I'm going to tentatively take our faction leader, who is getting pretty old now. Now that he's 50, he's gone fully grey. We're going to take him, and we're going to take... who's more expensive to pay for? Okay, Principes and Spanish mercenaries cost the same amount, but Principes are very clearly superior. That's kind of surprising. So what I should actually do is I'll take the Principes with me, and I will actually leave the Spanish mercenaries behind. Take the Equites too. And I'm going to leave the 13 Numidian mercenaries just as a garrison. Step out of the town, and they're not happy. Okay. Drop them to a low tax rate, that's 80%. That's probably good enough. We can always destroy the Sacred Grove of Isis, which will be a temporary hit to our public order, but we can always get it back later on by building a temple to Saturn, I think it is. And we'll take this guy and start moving him towards somewhere. We're definitely not strong enough to take on Numidia, but there's not really anything else we can attack from what I can see. I don't think it's possible to get to the Spanish town without trespassing in the land of Gaul. This is something I could actually use my spy for, and if I took my spy out of the settlement, I mean, it doesn't make a difference right now. Thinking about it, I do actually have a spy in this town too, so that works completely fine. We'll use this guy just to see if there is some other way through. It doesn't involve antagonizing Gaul, although I would be up for attacking Gaul because they have almost nothing left. This town is clearly under siege by the Britons, I think. This town is. Yeah, that town's actually not under siege by the Britons, but it looks like it has been attacked by them. This town, or city, is probably not going to hold out for too much longer, so Gaul's days are numbered. They are going to be out of the game pretty soon. I still haven't decided exactly when to go with these guys, whether to go immediately or whether to stall it until next turn. We are recruiting some Archer Auxilia. I probably will go ahead with that. But presumably if we step everyone out of the town... Yeah, they're really not too happy with that, but I can drop them to a low tax rate and then... They're pretty much okay at that point. I might even be able to get away with taking the Hastati with me as well. Perhaps not. Okay, let's send them back. And we're going to board the ship. And we're going to move the ship over to here. This isn't the strongest of navies, so we're going to need to back it up with this one. We'll take... We should probably just take all of these Hastati as well, to be honest. Fidonia's not too happy with that, but we can always recruit more peasants there if we need to. We've also got a diplomat here if we want to use him. That is merely a bireme. We could go and attack that. We've got... no, we can't. We're pretty weak. 3-star admiral, but not many actual units. Or not many healthy units to actually use. Admiral Sorties, I think his name is. We'll attempt to chase down. And I think that's pretty much everything we can do. We do have a diplomat over here, but he's already moved. We've also got a diplomat here in the sea. Obviously we can't move him. Yes, master. That spy can stay put, and then that spy is trying and failing to counter-spy against the Spanish. But yeah, that's all we can do for the turn, so let's see what happens. Gaul is trying to bribe us. There's a pretty large Spanish army there, actually. I'm not sure why Spain keeps leaving the town and then going back in it, but it's causing issues. And something definitely just happened with Thrace. Anyway, Babiana has been offered a new husband. This guy's only 22, and he's already somewhat good. He's got some management skill and some command skill, so we will actually accept him. It's much better than the previous guy we were offered. He has popped up in Capua, so that's nice because we will probably actually use him in the Civil War. We can just leave him here. Unfortunately, we do have to wait 5 turns before we can actually even think about constructing just a Legion barracks. So there's not actually any great land units we can construct here. We are making loads of money though, now that we've taken the Greek cities. I think the Greek cities are fairly well known for having an extremely powerful, or at least extremely potent, level of income. As where the hell did all these come from? I think they're all just like 1 stacks, but ready to sail. Okay, I might just ignore them. Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain. Yeah, I definitely don't want to send this navy to deal with them. I'm gonna go ahead and send them to the north. Yes, Captain. Aye, Captain. Send you up to here, and aye, Captain. Can't actually get too close. I hope they're close enough that they can reinforce each other, because this guy is carrying Lots of Astarte, who are of course now obsolete as units. Thessalonica is actually pretty heavily defended. It's not really what I wanted to see. Hopefully the Brutii will handle that. But that is slightly concerning. We've kind of lost a little bit of momentum here. This guy is not as strong as he once was. We can move some units around if we have to. Athens is stuck at 50% public order. That's not really good enough. I think, as much as I would like peasants, we should stick to actual decent units that can actually fight, because we will need them. A Thracian agent has been discovered and executed. I think that's in Athens. It's either Athens or Corinth, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Athens, because Athens is clearly very unhappy right now. Hippodrome, 4,800, is it worth it just for the sake of a little bit more money? Not money, but public order? I don't think so. I think the unrest should be going down anyway. Apparently it's not, but it will at some point, and we're increasing the garrison. As you can see, the sheer amount of money this place makes in trade, 2,500 per turn. And we really do have quite a lot that we can spend if we want to. I would be tempted to get a spy or an assassin, because we're actually kind of lacking agents in this particular area. Roman cavalry we don't really have any of yet. I don't know if we need them though. Early legionary cohort is something we should actually try and resist recruiting, because they have the same upkeep cost as normal legionary cohorts, but they have much worse defense. So, although they are an option, we should probably stick to the normal legionary cohorts and use this place to... We'll start with a spy. Actually no, let's start with an assassin, because we did say we might get a spy over in Kydonia at some point, and that's still an option. Rhodes is going to need something. I suppose I could get an early legionary cohort just in Rhodes, just so we have some kind of infantry to defend it that's not Astarte. Recruitment report, we've bought a hell of a lot. One of which is our new navy, pretty weak navy, but we can get to this port in one more turn, and we do have some time. Yeah, 3 more turns to fulfill that mission, so that's all fine.
Yes, master.
We'll send the spy over to check out Oscar. And I'm not really sure what's going on with the Spanish army. I need to track that down. If it's going to attack the Julii, that'd be perfect, but in theory it could be coming to attack me. I'm hoping it's going for Gaul instead. I'm sure we'll soon find out. This guy, I kind of have to make the decision of which way to actually send him. So if I send him to the south, I can potentially fight off the rebels at last. I'm sure they're blocking our trade. And take him towards Corduba, just to help with the public order situation. I'm not really sure about that though. The thing is, if I take Oscar, then I don't have to worry about the Julii at all. Well, I do, but Iberia will be pretty much closed off to them, which will give me all the time in the world to deal with Carthago Nova and Numantia. I think I'll just leave him here. That should be fine for one turn. Probably don't need a watchtower. I can recruit some Spanish mercenaries if I want. I can leave that till next turn though, so that's fine. Construction report, we've repaired the market in Corinth, and we now have the ability to build our own temple. This might be one of the few places where I actually go for the Shrine to Vulcan, just because this is already very built up. We've got the army barracks, and I don't know if we actually can get the urban barracks. Not possible to build it yet. Maybe it's only a thing on the Italian peninsula or something, I'm not really sure about that one. But yeah, I'm tempted to go for the Shrine to Vulcan just because we already got the armourer, we've already got the army barracks, and at some point this will start improving our weapons and armour. In fact, it will from the start. Other options. The arena is certainly tempting, but I don't think there's any rush for that. We'll go for the Shrine to Vulcan. And we are recruiting units there, so that's all fine. Recruiting units here. This is a difficult one because, again, we do have the option of destroying the large temple, but right now that would be a big public order hit, and we can't really afford to do that. I think I'm going to have to go for the Hippodrome, much as I would like the army barracks. We could still use this place to pump out Archer Auxilia or Roman Cavalry, and then pump out lots of legionary cohorts from Corinth, and I think that should all come together pretty well. So we've still got 5,000 left in the bank. Corduba is still not happy, even with the extra peasants. Just how badly are we doing? 65%. We are about to get the Awesome Temple of Saturn, which is going to be a 10% boost to our public order, but that's not too great, really. I'm going to keep going for peasants. Should just be able to leave the peasants behind and actually take the military units at some point. Elsewhere, we've still got major public order problems in Carthage, but it's constructing, so that's fine. I should probably start recruiting more seriously here. I can actually recruit a Praetorian cohort. I think... yeah, I do have the option of going to the... wait. That doesn't make sense. Oh, the Praetorian cohort comes from the Imperial Palace. So you don't actually need a barracks at all for that. Okay, well let's get some of that, because I think Carthage is going to be a good option for actually feeding in units to attack the other Romans. Thapsus, we should still go for something that's going to improve public order. The market is required in order to build the... what's it called? The arena. And I think this place does actually have the Shrine to Vulcan. No, this is Saturn. Okay, so this is the one with Vulcan. So this is the one that gives us a nice weapon and armor upgrade. So I think we should actually stick to just peasants here, and we're going to retrain all of them. And we've spent quite a lot of money, but that's fine. We should get some back if we attack Larissa, which we will. This is a pretty strong navy. It's not got the best naval units. I could wait for the Corvus King Kareem, but I think I should be strong enough to still take this fight. Apparently not. Really? Okay, we lost. That's pretty poor. Okay. There's no battlefield when it comes to admirals, but okay, Harris respects. A diviner of entrails and the omens within. Not actually heard of that before. Seasickness. Okay. That's not great, but we can retrain them potentially if they don't get attacked, but they probably will get attacked. But at least we've got a Corvus King Kareem on its way, and that should make some difference. I can also recruit at Messana if I want to. I should probably get a trireme there, just because we definitely do want to have control of the seas. And now I think we are going to go ahead and attack Larissa. This is not going to be as easy as it looks, because it's a strong town with big walls, and we don't have really any great infantry at all. So we'll fuse the Triarii together, use the Hastati together, and then not recruit any mercenaries.
Prepare for battle. Settlement under siege, sir. Prepare for battle.
We'll have a go. I mean, it's clearly in our favour and we'll clearly win it, but the losses will be inevitably worse than they should be, and I should probably auto-resolve it, but I've kind of got this far without relying on auto-resolve. In future campaigns, I would probably hesitate less to use auto-resolve, but in this particular one I've already made the choice to avoid using it, so we'll try and fight it out, even though we will probably take extra losses, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, here we go. So on the walls they've got their Illyrian mercenaries. I'm not actually going to go for that wall, so that's fine, and I'm going to send my ram to the gate. I've put the Libyan mercenaries on there because if they all die it's not really a big deal. Completely fine. I wouldn't be surprised if they do run over to attack the Hastati. Even though it seems like we should be able to deal with these fine, because they are missile units as usual, it's not going to be as easy as it looks, because they will be stronger than they appear to be, even in hand-to-hand combat. But for now it looks like they're not actually going to do anything. Are taking losses with the Libyan mercenaries. I wouldn't be surprised if they pretty much all die. But looks like they are going to make it. So they are just normal stone walls, they're not like huge stone walls or anything like that, which would be much stronger and kill many more of our units. We're actually not taking too many losses at all. Let's speed this up slightly. So it looks like we will be pretty much unopposed. There's actually 2 different units of Illyrian mercenaries here. They might flee for the town square, but I think that's fine. We can take them either way.
Now there will be hard fighting to break the defenses.
I don't think they're attacking at all. I would have thought they could reach us. Okay, well now we have to wait for a little while. These guys are down to just 10. Are they even able to use this? No, okay. So that unit is dead. We're gonna have to send someone a little bit stronger to take up the reins. Let's go with these guys. Okay, the unit's completely dead. Surely we can still use... Oh, the ram's been destroyed. Okay, I understand. I thought we just had too few units, but the ram has been completely destroyed. However, we are going to be able to go up the siege tower completely unopposed. I don't think they're able to even shoot this unit. So we'll still take the walls. Might need to support this unit with a little bit more. Could send in another Hastati, just to back them up. Okay, we've made it onto the wall, and it looks like our opponents have finally sprung to life. I'm not sure if they're going to go down the bottom or come and attack us. Still can't tell. There we go, they're coming to attack us. Okay, that's fine. This unit only has 3 men, so we should be able to completely destroy them, surely, you would hope. There we go. No losses so far. Oh no, they're still alive. Okay. Still no losses, but here comes the main unit. We're just going to charge in and try and take them on as best we can. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually lose this one. Could be fairly even though. Do have another unit here that I can bring up. Should probably go for the stronger one though. Start marching those over. Okay. Our units seem more confident than their units, so that's a good sign. We are taking somewhat heavy losses. Can't quite tell. Okay, so they're starting to gain confidence, and now they're starting to think that they will in fact win. It's silly, I mean, just look at them. There's no way. There's no way they should win this fight. But it's fine, we've got some more guys coming to back us up, even if we have to sacrifice a unit of Hastati. That's completely fine. We'll take a city for it. This is pretty much the bulk of the resistance. They have like 20 guys in the town center that are actual proper infantry units, but we'll be able to take them completely fine. Let's speed this up because it's going to take a while. As I think we could actually win, but it's going to be close. As these guys are getting shot, I'm going to speed them up so they don't get shot quite as much. Other unit is still actually climbing up onto the walls. This could actually take a little while. If we could actually push through these, we could claim the gate as our own. Instead, we're just going to take pretty heavy losses. Okay, I think I've actually done this pretty prematurely. I'm going to have to pull them back. Just so they take a few less losses, but they are going to take some pretty heavy losses there, annoyingly. Over here, these guys are down to 65, and we're still on 111, so yeah, we're definitely going to win that. Don't actually need to bring these guys over at all. So a few unnecessary losses there, but that's fine. We're kind of phasing the Hastati out anyway. We'll just wait until he's finally finished off. Okay. They're now fighting to the death. I think they're not actually going to put up much of a fight at all. When it says they fight to the death, actually, they're nowhere near as strong as they usually would be. I used to like actively prefer it when my units would fight to the death instead of routing, because I thought at least they're still fighting and that's what matters, but they literally just fight like complete crap. once they reach that point, and as you can see, we're not even taking losses anymore. We're just completely mowing them down. I do still have to actually claim the gateway, because that's still going to get quite a few kills on us if we don't. Is that the last guy? Yep, okay. Did manage to get one kill. They've actually got a couple of kills now, but yeah, he finally goes down. We're going to run into the gateway, claim it as our own.
Our soldiers have captured the walls! Now is the time to press on and capture this place!
Okay, I'm going to take this gateway here as well. Or tower, I should say. And then I'm going to run them back, and we're going to need to take a couple of towers just over in this direction, because otherwise we're going to get shot all the way through to the town square. So this unit will probably be mostly destroyed, but that's fine. We kind of expected them to get destroyed anyway. Speed this up slightly. Okay, we've got that tower. No losses, in fact. That's good. We'll go back. Now we'll run them up here. Pretty confident they're just going to stay put in the town square. We could even bring the Thracian archers in, just to really chew them up, as they've completely wasted their missile units. And now they're kind of just sitting ducks for us. So that is all good. It's taken them a little while, but we've taken another tower, and once we've taken this tower, we should have full cover to go all the way into the town square. So I'm going to start bringing the guys in. Send them there for now. I can hear it's firing at us. Yeah, we are starting to take some losses. Just run for it. Don't know why this one's able to shoot us, but the other ones weren't. Possibly it's something to do with the angle, but we'll still get it, and we've still got this unit mostly alive too, so that's all good. There we go. Okay, we've taken the tower. We can now go to the bottom, and we should be safe to go all the way to the town square. First we wait. Okay, so in the town square they've got one unit of Greek cavalry with 26 men and a unit of Thracian mercenaries with 20 men. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the hoplites, and we're going to try and seal this path off and just shower them with missiles. Could be a bit difficult because the archers have an awkward tendency of getting very bunched up and not doing anything, but one of them is apparently firing already, so that's good. We're going to bring the Triarii up as well, just in case somehow they do break through the hoplites. If they do, the Triarii should at least be able to very easily handle the Greek cavalry, and Greek cavalry are pretty mediocre units in general, so their morale shouldn't really hold up, as I think they are considering coming to attack us. Thracian archers have started to fire on them, and we've already taken quite a few kills. I think they are going to come and charge towards us now. Nope, they've changed their mind. Perhaps they can see the hoplites. They could go around the really long way, but obviously I don't think the AI is going to be smart enough to try that, and even if they did, I could still deal with it. We haven't had time to fully form up here, but that didn't work anywhere near as well as it should have. They're supposed to be in phalanx formation, but they're not. It's pretty dreadful, but somehow these are so bad that we're still winning. Anyway, let's make sure we don't friendly fire. Let's focus on Thracian mercenaries instead. I think the spears are finally going down. Maybe. No, they're still fighting with swords mostly, but whatever. We've won the fight. Hopefully they will just form back up now. Okay, they've regained their courage and they just come for another round. Surely they will rout. There we go. Alright, let's form these up. And okay, don't have to worry about them, but here come the Thracian mercenaries. Let's drop our spears, and this could actually be kind of bad. Not going to be a great fight for us. We have got them outside the square at least, so yeah, their morale is bad enough that we're going to be okay. Let's kill that last guy. As long as we stay out of the square, we don't have to worry too much about these three guys, is it? You know what, let's just speed it up because we've basically won. There we go. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I expected. We did take the same number of losses as them, but that's more or less to be expected, and plus there was that mistake with the one unit of Astarte. If that hadn't happened, that would have been a walk in the park. But Larissa's a nice place to have. It's going to be pretty much our front line against the Brutii, I think. as it could find itself under attack pretty soon. We'll exterminate the populace for another 10,000 in the bank, and what can we actually recruit? Not a lot. I think we mostly need infantry here. I wouldn't be surprised if they come to attack us with whatever they have in their capital. So let's initially, I know I said I would try to avoid recruiting legionary cohorts, but just because this is a potential front line, I think we should still go for it, and we can also upgrade our units if we want to. Can we actually retrain anyone fully? I don't think so, these are all pretty outdated. We'll certainly retrain the Thracian archers, just because anything we can do to make them stronger is definitely worth it. The generals are quite expensive. That's probably still worth it though, and the hoplites are always good as well, especially in a siege defense. We'll train up the Triarii, and I guess we'll go for the Velites, and we can build an arena just to keep them slightly happier. I think we should, and we'll bump them up to a high tax rate just to make a little bit more money off them. We have got quite a lot of gold to go around, or denarii, whatever it's called. Another 8,000 we can spend. Capua is very busy, of course. Messana's busy, Syracuse is busy, and Lilybium's busy, so not actually got too many places to spend it. I'm sure we can find a way. I think Scalibus is still very small and very useless. Yep. Yeah, let's actually have a look. Which places are building, which places aren't building, and can we do anything about that? We can recruit in Capua. But yeah, absolutely no decent land units there, so no point doing that. Lilybium can recruit light auxilia, which are basically the upgraded form of Velites. Or I could also go for a Praetorian cohort. Don't know if it's a bit premature. We're already doing it in another town though. Lepsus Magna's still holding out fine. Cirta. I feel like this place can't be too happy, can it? Surprisingly doing semi-okay, but I'm going to get some peasants there because I don't think they're going to stay happy for that much longer. Tingi, can't do anything here. Can recruit peasants though, so let's do it. Cyrene, same old, can't really do anything with Cyrene. Other than possibly recruit peasants, but don't really need to. Numidia, we don't really need any of these. This is not a military town, so we don't need to be building that type of thing. Is there something to be said for... Wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This is Scalibus. I'll look at Numidia. Which one is that? I think that's the one in the desert. Numidia has a Carthaginian wooden palisade, and if we delete that and we replace it with a wooden wall, is that actually going to help public order, or is that just a bit of an empty gesture? I don't want to get in a position where I'm just wasting money because I do have money, because I'll always find another use for it, but that'll do for now, I guess. And still got 7,000 left in the bank. I guess we will go for it. We will recruit Praetorian cohort here in Lilybium. Messana's already busy. And I think Corduba is also pretty busy. So I think we should be good to end the turn. Asturica should be able to recruit things as well. We'll go with some Roman Cav. We'll go for a spy as well. That wouldn't be a bad idea. But for now we'll focus on military. And I think that's pretty much everything. We do have this man. Not really sure what to do with him. Obviously, I don't see the point of betraying Pontus at this point. Should I become an ally of Egypt? Not really sure. Is Armenia even left in the game as well? I'm not actually sure about that. I would have thought they'd been taken out, but I don't remember seeing that message. There is another town up here that we can go and scout if we want to. Is there actually anything to do? Do we want anything from Egypt? I don't think so.
Without delay.
Yeah, so Pontus has taken that town. Parthia is still in the game. We do have another diplomat over here,
Your Honor.
who is even less relevant than ever. I would like to take Alexandria. I want to see exactly what this lighthouse does. increases naval movement. Yeah, that would be pretty useful, but I don't think we'll bother. Same situation as Helicarnassus.
Aye, Captain.
So, if everywhere's busy, I think we might be okay to end the turn. I'm going to step this guy out just to double check there are no mercenaries available, which there aren't, so we'll go back in. And this guy, I think... Yeah, that was the same turn, we've already moved him. So I think we'll just end the turn. And we'll see what Thrace does. Will they come and attack us? Numidia's come to attack us. Kind of annoying, because Cyrene is a bit of an awkward town to defend, as it looks like Spain is going to attack Gaul, which is what we wanted. It's kind of annoying that this has happened, because I've obviously been able to potentially fight off the Numidians for some time, but I've opted not to do so. I can't really reinforce it that easily. I don't think that would be a great fight for us. We've got this one general, and he's got 2 family members, one of which is the faction heir. Yeah, so they can actually beat us. And that could be pretty bad. I might have to actually divide my attention slightly. Start sending over a few units from Sparta just to help fight them off. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go and dock next to Sparta, and Sparta should be able to retrain all of these. And that's got to be worth it. And then we will recruit Archer Auxilia, and we'll take most of these units. Let's fuse these two together. Few too many ranged units, I think. Might not be the ideal force. How's that looking? I'm still not massively confident in that. I think I will send a few more. Let's go with... these two. Sparta's still relatively happy, even at a very high tax rate. That's why we exterminated them twice. It's a bit harsh to drop Sparta to just 400 people. They definitely wouldn't be able to fight the Battle of Thermopylae with that number, but unless they are literally all men. I think they are technically, because we could still recruit, couldn't we? Maybe not. No, we don't have enough population. Okay. Right, we're gonna build the... I don't think we need the academy, we'll skip that. But let's go and check out Byzantium. As that is pretty weakly defended, so that's perfect. I think we can still get through there, which we can. Let's do that, and let's bring these guys up too. And can we see anything? Okay, we can see exactly what they got. So they got militia cavalry and peltasts, so we can actually just pretty safely assault that with what we have. Step this guy off, and we'll just use him as a scout for now, because we're not going to be seeking peace with the Thracians anytime soon. They've caused us no shortage of bother, so it's only right that we completely destroy them if we can. You guys step off, and you guys join up. We don't have a general here, so we can't hire any mercenaries, unfortunately, but unless they come to liberate this, we should be able to take it down very easily. And let's see what else has happened. Diplomatic information. Pontus and Parthia are at war. I'm pretty sure they already were, so that's kind of nonsense. Lots of recruitment done. Lots of building done, which means we're going to have to spend a lot of money. We already know about Sparta. Okay, so the big ones we're looking out for are Imperial palaces, but it doesn't look like we've got any of those done. Shrine of Vulcan is done at Corinth, so we'll go straight up to the Temple of Vulcan. Just for even better weapons. And it's fairly cheap too, so definitely worth doing. What else have we got? Styrica's got paved roads, so we can get the mines +1. We should definitely do that. It's going to pay for itself for sure. We want to get Auxilia. Not really sure. Let's move this guy over. We can check out the faction heir here. He's got a fairly strong force with him. Hopefully he will weaken the Gauls, and then we can just pick off whoever's left. I'm going to keep moving in this direction. Can we actually see... Yeah, I think there's literally no way across that doesn't involve trespassing on Gaul's lands. Okay, that's good to know. We do have some extra cavalry here that we can bring up. We've still not really got enough to take this guy on. He's got quite a bit with him. Even if we recruited the mercenaries, I don't think we're quite ready for that yet, but that is something we can decide in the next part. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Next time we will be most likely taking Byzantium, which is a nice city to have, one of the biggest cities on the map, I think, 20,000 population. Obviously, we're going to exterminate them and get lots of money for that. Larissa is discontent, but whatever, we can deal with that. We're just going to hold it for now. I don't think anything too threatening is going to happen here. This guy, if he's coming on his own, he's not going to do too much to us, so that's fine. And we're going to attempt to rescue Cyrene if we can. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.